All right, guys. Today is going to be on how to drive a stick shift manual or 5-speed vehicle. Gotta do this video because a lot of people don't know how to drive a manual transmission. So most gear shifts, if they're not worn already, gonna have the configuration on the gears. So it's always like a grid. So you got first gear, straight back is second gear, up, over, in the middle is third gear, straight back is fourth gear, up, over, and up is fifth gear, and all the way over and back is reverse. And it seems intimidating to somebody who's never drove one, but it's really simple once you get the hang of it. It takes practice and practice in a area that's not congested with a lot of cars, because a lot of people get nervous because the cars are around them or cars are honking at them or whatever. So I suggest practicing in your neighborhood before you get out on the street with it. So I'm gonna just run through it real quick. So you have 3 pedals on the floor. You have the one to your left is your clutch, the one in the middle is your brake, and the pedal on your right is your gas. Okay, you really have to get your clutch down pat before you're able to do this. So you can practice this with the car off and not on, just getting the gears. And what I did was I had trained somebody to sit in the passenger seat, and I applied the clutch, and they changed the gears to get this down first. And then once you get this down, then you move on to the clutch. So whenever you start the car up, you always push the clutch in or it won't start. So when you start in first gear, you push the clutch in, you come over and up. That's going to be first gear. When you hit a certain speed, you will hear the car sound like it's not going anymore, not accelerating anymore, or you can look at the speed. When you're ready to change gears, you go from first straight back to second. So you apply the clutch, pull straight back, now you're in second. Ease off your clutch, give it gas. When you're ready to change again, you push the clutch in, up in the middle. You almost can kind of let go, and then straight up is third. From third, push the clutch again, straight back to fourth, and then push the clutch in, up in the middle, up and over is fifth. So you can practice that without starting the car. So, it would be something like this. You start in first, push clutch second, clutch third, clutch fourth, clutch fifth, and so on and so on. If you have a 6-speed, same way, same thing. So we're gonna go ahead and start it up and do some motion. If you're practicing this, and try not to practice on any hills. Try to practice on flat ground in your neighborhood. Maybe go to a school on the weekend. Maybe go to somewhere where there's not a lot of cars at. You don't want a lot of traffic, people honking the horn at you, making you nervous, and then you probably be ready to quit driving and not learn anymore. So I pushed the clutch in, I started it up. So now emergency brake down. We're gonna go up, over, and we're gonna ease off the clutch and give it gas. Okay, so it'll be easing off the clutch, give it gas, and this. Now you're going. And the cool thing about this car is it has a shifter where it tells you when to shift. So now it's telling me to go to second, clutch in, back, second, ease off clutch, give it gas. Yeah, this car tells you when to shift. A lot of cars doesn't do that, but this one does. Clutch, up, over, up, third. All right, clutch, straight back, fourth. All right, clutch, up, over, up, fifth gear. And then you can ride out from there. You don't change gears again until you slow down or you come to a stop. It's simple because I know how to drive one. To somebody who's never drove one, It's probably the most difficult thing in the world. But if you practice it over and over again, you get good at it. Once you get that down, the only thing you gotta remember then is when you're turning and you're not stopping all the way. Anytime you stop, you always go back to first. Okay? If you're turning and you don't have to stop, you can put it in second or put it in third, and that will keep you moving. So I'm back in first now. So once these cars come by, I'm gonna take off. And when you're first starting, you're gonna do a lot of jerking. You're gonna stall it out some, and that's normal for a beginner. You'll get over that once you learn how to play with the clutch and the brake. And then again, if you train somebody, you drive the clutch and let them change the gears, and once they get that down, then they'll be more comfortable in changing the gears. All they gotta do is the clutch. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth. And the main thing is you got to make sure the clutch is all the way pressed in before you change gears. If not, you're gonna hear like a grinding noise. That means you're grinding your clutch. You're gonna tear your clutch up, and then they're not too cheap to replace. So make sure your clutch is all the way pushed in before you change gears, and you should be good to go. Like I say, it just takes practice over and over again. I recommend just sitting in the car in park and going through your gears over and over and over again, to where you have to look at it, you know exactly where they are and exactly how to change them. And then once you get that down, you can go ahead and start doing a little test drive in your neighborhood, or like I say, a parking lot, somewhere where there's no one around. You don't want to get nervous and have people honking at you and looking crazy at you and flipping you off. So now I'm getting the traffic's slowing down, so I need to come out of fifth and go down to fourth, because traffic's slowing down. And then you just downshift the same way unless you come to a stop, then you can skip all those. Which, come to a stop, I skip all those, and I'll leave it in neutral until I'm ready to go again, and just put my foot on the brake, which is the pedal in the middle. So now I'm not gonna stop. So now I'm gonna start it in second, because I'm still rolling. I'm gonna start it in second, and I'm gonna ease off clutch, give it gas. Like that. Now I'm back in neutral because I'm at the light. I'm on a little hill, so apply the brakes. The Georgia weather, man, you gotta have the heat on in the morning and the AC on in the noon, and the heat on at night. Yeah, I'm making this video because I bought a Copart vehicles, 5-speed, and having trouble trying to sell it. I had so many people contact me about the car, and once they find it's a stick shift, they don't want it anymore. So it's very important you guys read the ads that you're looking at on Facebook Market and OfferUp, or wherever you're looking at a car. Read the entire ad. You know, it gets frustrating and old when people text you and ask questions about what you already have described in the ad. That's just, it's nerve-wracking. It's time-consuming, wasting my time. You know, I've gotten to that deep in a conversation to where, you know, they're ready to come test drive the vehicle. And so back in first, ease off the clutch, give them gas. Second gear. Getting your clutch play down is the most important. you can know this and not know how to be in drive anymore. You want to give it clutch. So practice, guys. Practice is what's going to give you what you need. So I'm in neutral now, which is directly in the middle. All right. So we're in first. Straight back is second. Traffic, so we probably leave it in second gear, depending on your speed. I'm going about 15 miles an hour or so, so I'm gonna leave it in second gear. And if your car doesn't tell you when to shift, like this one does, this is a 2014 Ford Focus, you can always tell because your engine seems like it's running, but it's not gaining speed. And then it's time to upshift. I can leave it in second as long as we're going this speed and be all right. No clutch, no brake, just gas. And before you brake, you want to push your clutch in, because if you push the brake all the way, till you come to a complete stop, your car is going to stall out because the transmission is still engaged. So it's still trying to drive you forward, but you're pushing brake, so it's going to make you stall out. Third, up over the middle and up to the top. That's third. We're gonna go to fourth, push the clutch in, pull it straight back. That's fourth. Back to neutral because we come to a red light. So I can apply the brake and stop in neutral. If I had that in gear, applying the brake and not pushing the clutch in, it would start jerking and acting crazy. So okay, starting first. Oh, left up, sorry. That's first. Push clutch in, straight back. That's second. Push clutch in, up, over, up is third. All right, another red light. So push clutch in, put it back in the middle. That's neutral. Apply your brakes. You're good. Like I said, if you want to practice this, man, take somebody out to where there's no cars at, man. People get nervous in general when you try to teach them how to drive, and people are honking the horn and, you know, driving it erratically around them makes them real nervous. And you gotta realize that when you teach somebody, you gotta be calm so they can be calm. If you're a nervous wreck over there hollering and screaming at them, they're not gonna want to drive. They're gonna get nervous. They're not gonna want to drive. They're gonna make a mistake. So it's very important to be calm. And if you can't be calm like that, don't train anybody to drive, especially teenagers or a new driver. You need somebody calm, maybe sit on a driving school, or somebody who's used to it, because you can make somebody wreck if you're hollering, screaming, and, you know. All right, so clutch, over, up first. Up, what's gonna happen? Straight back, second. Up, over, up, third. Straight back is fourth. So I'm pushing clutch, I'm going back to neutral, and I'm giving it brake. And once you got a neutral, you can let off the clutch. You don't have to hold the clutch in. But another good thing to do is if you're a new driver, if you watch the lights, and if you can tell when your light is about to change, go ahead and put it in first, so you're ready to go. So the person behind you is not holding the horn. In Georgia, man, people are very impatient. People drive crazy. So have it in first. It's less time you got to worry about it. So they're turning, so I know my light's about to turn, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it in first. So push clutch, up, over. And I know this is repetitive, guys, but if you're trying to learn how to do it, that's what a 5-speed is. It's just repetitive. It's over and over and over and over again. So that's what it's gonna be with a manual shift. So take it off first, off clutch, give it gas. Second, straight back, off the clutch, give it gas. Third, clutch, up, over, up, third. Going to fourth, clutch straight back, fourth. Alright, clutch up, over, up, fifth. And when you get ready to turn and you don't have to make a complete stop, break it down to second or to third. If you're taking a fast turn, you're going about 30, leave it in third. But if you're going, I say 30, 25 around the area, leave it in second. Leave it. So now I'm turning and I'm not stopping, so I'm gonna put it in second. And the same thing, ease off the clutch, give it the gas when I make my turn. Ease off clutch, give it gas, and there you go. And then you just start all over again. Shift back to third. Alright, now I'm stopping, turn again. I'm gonna put it back in second, no complete stop. Off the clutch, give it gas. And guys, that's pretty much it. Third, that's pretty much it. Like I said, it takes practice, but when you learn it, you're good to go. Manual cars are very good on gas. There's plus to these. Then you better learn how to drive a stick shift, then you can get that Corvette or that whatever muscle car you want in 5-speed. Because in my person, if it's a muscle car, it's got to be a 5-speed. You can't. To me, a Corvette, automatic Corvette, or automatic Camaro or Mustang, nah. You gotta have that. You gotta have that 5-speed, man. You gotta hear that. You gotta hear that engine roar when you change those gears, man. So that's it for this video, guys. If you have any questions, man, just drop them down in the link below, man. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. You know what I'm saying? Help me out with these descriptions. I'm trying to get them up now. There's no subject to these videos. I just do whatever, you know, I got going on that day. It's not a daily vlog where you just follow me around my life and do nothing. I'm gonna try to show you what I know and pass on a little knowledge for you, you know. So don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, share what all the other YouTubers say. And I'm gonna end this video, guys. Like I say, any questions, man, drop them down in the comments below, and I'll get back with you later.